Today I'm feeling like an explorer on the brink of an extraordinary discovery. As I trace my finger across the vastness of nations, my eyes catch something so small, so inconspicuous, that it's almost like finding treasure on an old pirate map. "Hey folks, gather round," I announced to my imaginary audience. "Look what I've stumbled upon just for you. Behold, the Vatican City." Have you ever wondered about the smallest country in the world, a country within a city, the enigmatic Vatican City? This tiny nation, tucked away within the heart of Rome, is a world of its own. A city-state that's just over 100 acres, it's the smallest independent state in the world, both by area and population. Yet within its walls, it holds a wealth of history, culture, and religious significance. As the spiritual and administrative headquarters of the Roman Catholic Church, it's the epicenter of a faith followed by over 1 billion people worldwide. Its grandeur belies its size, with St. Peter's Basilica, the Sistine Chapel, and the Vatican Museums, home to countless works of art and historical artifacts. But Vatican City isn't just a hub of religion and culture. It's a fully functioning city-state, with its own governance, laws, and even its own bank. So, how did this tiny nation come to be? Let's delve into its history. The story of Vatican City is intertwined with the history of the Papal States and the Roman Catholic Church. For over 1,000 years, the popes ruled not just the spiritual realm, but also a physical territory known as the Papal States, which sprawled across much of modern-day Italy. During this time, they commissioned the construction of the world's largest church, St. Peter's Basilica, and fortified the Vatican Hill with a robust wall. However, the tables turned when the Kingdom of Italy annexed the Papal States. The Pope, in a move of defiance, retreated behind the walls of the Vatican, refusing to acknowledge the existence of the Kingdom of Italy, but paradoxically complained about being a prisoner within it. The Kingdom of Italy, avoiding the risk of a religious civil war, decided to adopt a waiting game, hoping the Pope would eventually concede. But 6 decades passed, and the status quo persisted. Enter Benito Mussolini, the Prime Minister of Italy in the early 20th century. Tired of the Pope's continuous grievances and seeing an opportunity to score political points, Mussolini proposed a deal. Italy would concede the land of the Vatican to the Pope, along with a hefty sum of apology money. In exchange, the Pope would recognize the existence of Italy and vow to stay neutral in politics and wars. This agreement was signed, and thus, Vatican City, the world's smallest independent state, was born. Today, this tiny nation is home to a plethora of institutions you'd expect from a country. It has its own government, laws, police, jail, bank, stamps, license plates, and even its own airport and planes. And that's how, thanks to a deal with Mussolini, Vatican City was born. Being a country, even a tiny one, Vatican City has all the trappings of a nation. From the outside, it might seem like a small speck on the map, but once you delve into its intricacies, a world of its own unfolds. Just like any sovereign state, Vatican City has its own government, headed by the Pope himself. It operates under a unique set of laws, separate from Italy, and even has its own police force to maintain law and order within its walls. And it's not just about governance and law enforcement. The Vatican has its own financial system, complete with a bank, and even mints its own stamps, highly sought after by philatelists worldwide. Imagine driving with a Vatican license plate or flying out of the Vatican's own airport. Yes, this tiny nation has them all. It even has its own non-combatant military corps, the Swiss Guard, with a history as colorful as their uniforms. Intriguing, isn't it? But there's more to Vatican City than meets the eye. Vatican City holds many secrets and curiosities that you may not know. Did you know, for instance, that the Vatican has its own set of rules? Things like non-marital cohabitation and divorce are prohibited. And the Vatican's age? It's a spry 90 years old, having been officially established in 1929. But its holiness dates back centuries, to the time of St. Peter, the first pope, who is believed to have been buried where St. Peter's Basilica now stands. This historical context contributes to the Vatican's sacredness in the eyes of the Catholic Church. And speaking of holy, let's not forget the Swiss Guard, the Pope's personal protection squad, known for their colorful Renaissance-era uniforms. If you ever wondered, the Vatican's GDP is roughly $300 million, mainly from donations and souvenir sales. And that, my friends, is a glimpse into the fascinating world of Vatican City, the tiniest country with an outsized influence.